their pockets. Now, I'll start with you, Professor. When you see these headlines about our members of parliament and their greed, what comes to mind?
First of all, this has brought out or diverted attention from corruption to falsehood. Those agitating for the president to sack the cabinet are also creating a new deviation. The president should first of all sack those who are mentioned in corruption.
Yes, before going
into all this, because now if you see the Nandi governor, he's alluding to the fact that the 4 cabinet secretaries should be sacked, and then the Muranga senator, he says that focus should be on performance, and then Adnan Kenan, whom I do agree with, says that the cabinet is not functional. But my opinion is those mentioned in corruption should actually be taken to for further interrogation, and if possible be arraigned before the courts as soon as possible.
Before getting into the whole issue of this alleged assassination plot, a matter that is before the courts right now. Of course, that is a big story. We've had stories on that earlier on, just detailing how far we are with that particular case. But of course, the split is apparent if those allegations are anything to go by. And the question is indeed relevant. Okay, that is a story that is on the headline of the Daily Nation. Mr. Weda, what do you feel about this one? Leaders want Uhuru to sack split cabinet.
Thank you so much. I really don't think there's any split as far as people are concerned. Because some people were alleged to have been in the Lamada triangle. That doesn't bring a split in cabinet. These are the president's cabinet secretaries. They were appointed, some were appointed by the president, some were proposed by the deputy. So the split is not because of this. I think some of them should be sacked on the basis of incompetence.
Incompetence?
Yes, incompetence it has been, whether there was murder allegations or not. If a cabinet secretary is competent, doing a good job, then it doesn't matter whether they're happy with the president or they're happy with the deputy president. They just do the work and the people of Kenya benefit. But here we have a few of them who are very incompetent. In fact, they're eating the president's legacy. Now you see, we are talking about importing maize. Some people will be hungry. Our lions are dying. All this and some of these people are yapping all over the country, talking about Tanga Tanga or Kieleweke or Wanjiku, all this crap. Yet the commandate that were given by the president, they don't seem to be delivering. But some of them also, I think, are from whom? The president seems not to be able to touch them. You can't tie them because the home ground will say you have tied our son. But utterly incompetent.
So far from, as he has said, we should focus on other issues aside from the fact that those murder claims that came out, the murder plot claim rather. Now, on the Standard, we have a different angle that focuses on the executive, that we are being told Kenyan legislators are among the best paid in the world. We're being given comparisons with the United States, with Japan and Britain, but this has not stopped them from seeking more ways to line their pockets. Now, this has been termed as MPs' greed, and we're being told by the Standard that all eyes are now on Uhuru Kenyatta. Mr. Weda, what do you feel about this one?
I think the MPs, like most Kenyans, are looking for money. and they're looking for a lot of it. And so if they have a chance, they want to get it. And in this one, we talked about the house allowance, 240. Now I'm told they want night allowance, and then they want, I don't know, laughing allowance and rally allowance. They'll get all these things. But I have said, and I keep on repeating, that the people of Kenya deserve that. Because they are the ones who have elected these characters. And they elect them on the basis of party. They elect them on the basis of tribe. Nobody is elected on the basis of competence or on the basis of integrity. So when the time for election comes, the Kenyan people close their eyes and they say, we are all in Jubilee or we are all in NASA, vote. or this is my tribesman, you are voting the Luos, the Kisis. So let them feel the pain. I always say pain is the seed for change. Let the MPs take everything from the treasury. In fact, they should give themselves even suit allowance, tie allowance, as the Kenyan people go hungry and some die in Turkana. I hope one day the Kenyan people will wake up and say, no, this kind of scrap we are not going to take in. But if the pain is still not enough, then they just keep on electing these people, dancing for them and sending. It is sad.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you have talked about suit allowance and the likes. Just to make it clear, some of the allowances that we're being told about in the Standards article is we're having 250,000 for house allowance and 18,000 to 24,000 for night allowance. So, of course, I'd rather, and also we have a quote here by Funyula Member of Parliament Wilberforce Oundo, who said, when I came here, I thought I was coming to paradise, but when I landed, reality sank that what I was expecting is not what I got. Professor Ojakoya.
First of all, Kenya has not gone through that metamorphosis of experience like what happened in Nigeria and Ghana, where some coups brought in common sense. And I'm not calling for coups to happen now. It's a bit too late. I wish it had happened many years ago for people to have some common sense. When it happened, when Jerry Rawlings took over in Ghana, he brought common sense by the gun. And from that time, the mess that was there during corruption has never been.
Okay.
I agree with my senior counsel, and I'm very glad to share with him. In fact, I'm receiving blessings, amen, for a man of wisdom like him. I agree with what he has said, but in addition to that, the issue of Kenyans voting for these people will not change. What do we do? Is the dissolution of parliament enough? The answer is no. Do we take these parliamentarians to Siberia? There is an alternative. Why can't we shift this parliament, and I will use the word nonsense, parliament building, shift it from here to Isiolo, build it there, dump it there, build some cubicles for these lunatics, MPs, I'm calling them that, and I'm ready to, and let them be sleeping there to get their allowances there. We are really tired. Every day, the president comes up with something which is positive for the country. This, I'm sorry to use this word, but I'm not going to use the harsh one. These people, they don't get the president. They have now divided themselves into camps to shoot down what the president has stood for. We people who support the president's vision, and I do, I don't know whether you do. I do. I'm not saying I don't. I'm running for president. I'm not saying I'm not going to run. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to have this kind of candidates in Roots Party, I would rather not have any of them elected to parliament. Look at what some of them are doing. Kama sio huyu, itakuwa ni yule. So the camps have been divided so deeply that Kenyans are asking themselves, what do we do? People like us who are now in the front line get ashamed every time we see somebody with gaslers saying, oh, Mheshimiwa. Now they have started that one. Tomorrow, the maids will have whatever. Right now, even if you go to the county government, it's full of their concubines. And nobody's talking about it. When it comes to health allowances, for example, they have apportioned it. Why can't we just ask God to come, take these people and fold them like this and put them in a dump and then cover them with salt?
Okay, far from parliamentary nonsense, as Professor